Auditioning. Thug number one, thug number two.
For slaves.
Prostitute.
There's always the hustler.
Literate basketball players.
Mary had a little lamb.
The thug.
The only narrative that they understand of black life is drug addict, drug dealer, gang member.
I was the hottest black actor in the world after Poison Ivy. There were people clamoring to work with this young sensation as long as he did the roles they wanted him to do, which were street kids.
I had been in this thing that is a masterpiece of American cinema, and nobody gave a shit. They really didn't give a fuck.
I auditioned for my first pimp part. My mother's all proud. You know, be the best pimp you can be. The whole church is praying for me.
Let's pray that Brother Robert gets the role of Silky Good Dick. The film is called Holes on the Stroll. It sounds like a musical.
And then that's when the filmmaker was born. I said, man, we can't let Hollywood tell our stories. We got to tell our own stories. They'll make us do anything and everything. And images travel around the world.
They had a perception of us that ultimately is false.
Okay, we're downloading A-Game's formula.
3, 2, 1.
What's going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to everybody who support the platform. Much love. Salute to everybody that's in the building right now. If you are here, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit the like button for your boy. Make sure you hit the like button, man. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me, family. Hit that like button for me, man. After y'all hit that like button, share the show. Share the show. Share the show. Share it on your community tab, your Discord servers, anywhere that you share videos. Make sure you share this show. It's very important that you share the show, fellas. Share the show, man. Share the show. Share it on your Facebook, your Instagrams, anywhere that you share videos, man. Make sure you share this show. Shout out to everybody in the building. Salute to all of the visionaries out there, man. I appreciate all the love and the support. I appreciate all the love and the support. Shout out. I want to shout out to all of my new subscribers. I appreciate y'all. Much love to y'all. Welcome to the visionaries. I appreciate all the love and the support. Welcome to Stay Sleep TV, where we teach brothers that we are our own agency and that we have to heal before we build. So today, we're going to get into a very serious topic. Very serious topic. We're going to get into a very serious topic today, man. So make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all share the show. Make sure y'all hit the like button and make sure y'all share this show. It's very important, y'all. Let me give some shout outs. Shout out to Jedi Said. Shout out to Sir O. Salute. Shout out to T Church in the building. Shout out to my man Third Ward. Salute. Shout out to Bronze Dip in the building. Salute. Shout out to Olivia's Happiness. Salute. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Salute to everybody that's in the clouds, man. Like I said, make sure y'all hit that like button and make sure y'all share this show. Now, y'all see today's title, man. Is young Pharaoh Orlando Brown 2.0? Is young Pharaoh the Orlando Brown of the conscious community? Now, why am I speaking about this? It is because today I want to show y'all all of the visionaries out there, all of you brothers who support this show. I want to show y'all just how detrimental it can be following the house of consciousness, following men who mean you no good, following the rhetoric of men who mean you no good. See, time and time again, as y'all know, something I've always said on this channel is we are dealing with a spiritual war, spiritual warfare. We're dealing with spiritual warfare. And a lot of brothers don't seem to grasp that. This is why you had a brother like Orlando Brown lose his mind. Now, we all know and we saw what Orlando Brown been through, what he went through. We all saw it. It was on the news for years. But if you go and check out Orlando Brown now, he's a new person. And of course, it's because he returned back to the first value in life, the most important value in life, which is spiritual value. If you go and you check out Orlando Brown today, Orlando Brown is a different man. He's a man that has been reborn. Why? Because Orlando Brown found God. Orlando Brown learned to understand the importance of having a relationship with his higher power. He understood that, or he learned to understand that everything he was going through was spiritual warfare. Everything that he was going through. And he was going through this spiritual war because of the people that he decided to surround himself around, dealing with the entertainment industry. You see? And when you are not a man who is spiritually rooted, because remember, Orlando Brown got in the game, he's a little boy. He was a little kid. He was a child star. And see, what usually happens to child stars is what you see happen to Orlando Brown. Is what you see happens to a lot of them. You see? He's a child star. So he never knew what realm he was placed in from day one. So it was nothing for him to relinquish his spiritual essence to another entity that will then control him with worldly possessions. You see? See, because that is actually what it is to sell your soul, like they say, or like everyone likes to say. It is when you bargain your intrinsic value, which is your internal value, for worldly possessions. You see? When you trade in these, when you begin to practice a lost value system, you begin to lose who you are. You see? And this is how you become an Orlando Brown. This is how you can become what they tried to consider DMX for years. Crazy. This is how you become what they call Jaguar Wright. This is how you become these things. And we have to understand that there's a lot of brothers that came from the conscious community who suffer from these same things. And now, which I'm going to show y'all, shout out to everybody in the chat, just exactly what young Pharaoh is going through. This dude is losing his mind. He's going through a spiritual war. You see? That's what he's going through. This is what we're going to see from Pharaoh. This is not a stream to embarrass young Pharaoh, to go in on young Pharaoh, to call young Pharaoh pseudo or none of that. This is a stream to let brothers know the dangers of dealing with the conscious community, the dangers of dealing with charlatans, false prophets. See, dealing with these types of spirits can deplete you over time. In time, these types of people will destroy you. Or they'll help you destroy yourself. And it is because you are not spiritually rooted. This is why in the 10 life value system, spiritual value is number one, because you must be spiritually rooted as a black man to survive out here. To survive, to thrive, you have to be spiritually rooted, because this is how black men are attacked. We're attacked on the first level, here It's a spiritual war. It's a war that's not fought on flesh and blood, but principalities. You see? This is how they can get you to bargain who you are for worldly possessions. Because it's a spiritual war. It's not a war of money. It's not a war on who can get the most money. No, it's a spiritual war. It's who can dominate and control whose mind. And how do they get control of our minds, brothers? Through our values. Through our values. You see? See, if they begin to demoralize you and tell you what you think and what you represent is irrelevant, it doesn't matter, that'll then get you to question exactly what you believe in. It's called subversion. That's what it's called. That's what it's called. So they tell you, they give you the narrative of rugged individualism, right? And they push it. And what happens over time is men begin to think, well, hey, this is what works. When they actually just got you to do what they wanted you to do. You see? This is what they do. This is what happens when you don't understand spirituality. This is what happens when you try to place spirituality to the left, like it don't mean anything. You see? This is when you begin to make light of God. Your life begins to slip. You start getting all types of attacks from everywhere. This is what's going on with young Pharaoh. With all the things that's going on with him and one of his baby mothers. He's being attacked from different angles because he's not spiritually protected, because he's not operating out of his higher self, as he would say. You see? And now that young Pharaoh is being spiritually attacked and he don't know what to do, he's losing his mind. And these spirits are sending him off to do crazy things and to say crazy things, just like Orlando Brown. This is why I said, is he the Orlando Brown of consciousness? Because these videos I'm gonna show y'all, man, this dude is losing it. Some of the outlandish things that he's saying, some of the outlandish things that he's doing is some of the same behaviors of Orlando Brown. You see? What's going on currently with Brother Polite and Sinetta is driving Sinetta crazy. See, brothers, we have to begin to pay attention to really what's affecting us as men. You see, we really have to understand what's going on. It is not as simple as you think. See, they want you to think you can buy your way out this war. You can't, black man. The only way out this war is through here. The only way out this war is having principles and standing on spiritual value, which is holding steadfast to your principles and your morals. You see? And this is why now you have these brothers losing their mind, because they lost their base, which is spirituality. That's why it's the first value. That is what a man is supposed to rest on. You see? Your SOS is supposed to be based on what you stand for spiritually. What is spiritual value? The knowledge of oneself. You see? So no matter how much these dudes dress up and try to look like Nasuts and try to look like, this, whoever you want to look like, whatever Pharaoh you trying to look like, it's just a costume. Because you don't hold the same values as those people. You see? And the first value don't hold is spiritual value. That's the first value. That's the first value you abandoned. Because they told you if you stood on believing in God, you couldn't get no money. See, this is what they told young Pharaoh when he first came into the conscious community. They hurried up and made him change his God. See, he couldn't come in the conscious community promoting that spiritual stuff. You see? Your God has to be money, because that is the God of the conscious community. That is the God of Satan. That is the God of Brother Polite. Money. This is why when young Pharaoh came into the conscious community, Brother Polite had a problem with him. And Brother Polite had a problem with young Pharaoh because of what young Pharaoh was bringing to the game. He was bringing something new, and he was young, and it was fresh. And it wasn't based in materialism. And Polite saw him losing his traction. Because remember, when Polite first came out, he was called the Young Phenom. But when young Pharaoh came out, they was questioning if Polite was really the Young Phenom. So what did they do? What did the Adjustment Bureau, the Black Adjustment Bureau, do to their young brother? They found a way to make him look pseudo. When we all knew Brother Polite was pseudo. But they made Pharaoh look pseudo. And then They ran him through the mud. They ran his name through the mud. They started slandering him. They put a case on Pharaoh. Uncle Ket in them and Dr. Mayat in them. They put a case on Pharaoh, tried to send Pharaoh to prison by using Dr. Mayat, who is a known federal informant. It's in paperwork. We all saw the paperwork. So from right then and there, Pharaoh was under spiritual attack. He didn't even see that. I bet you didn't even see that, Pharaoh. Once you came and started rocking with Satan, you was already under spiritual attack. That's why they used Dr. Mayat to attack you. See, these dudes in the conscious community tell you that the black woman is God and then use black women as a weapon. See, that's what these dudes do. Appreciate you. Appreciate that, Hills in. Much love to you, family. Y'all make sure y'all like and share the stream, man. Make sure y'all like and share the show. But see, he didn't even understand that he was under spiritual attack by these black devils. He was already under attack. You see? And the reason why he was not spiritually protected is because he came with a doctrine from a cult leader. See, this is why it's important we talk about these dudes. This is why. This is why we're supposed to talk about a sinful to pedophile. Because you got a bunch of young black men now over there listening to a pedophile. You got a bunch of young brothers listening to this pedophile talking about he's giving them game. I had somebody go in the comment section from the stream yesterday talking about you just doing this for views and you're lying on sinful. This is sad. Do y'all know to this day, there's still cult followers of Malachi Z. York? There's still people today that'll tell you Malachi Z. York is an innocent man. Just like there's a video with Brother Polite saying out of his mouth that he don't care if York was found guilty or not. He is still his spiritual father. You see why it's important we call this shit out? Because 20, 30 years later, here comes a young brother by the name of young Pharaoh who's pushing this same nonsense, who's pushing this same rhetoric. Same shit. He's running with the information of a cult leader. And you wonder why now the man losing his mind. You wonder why Brother Polite is facing the charges he's facing. It's because, like I told y'all, like father, like son. I told y'all this. Like father, like son. The apple don't fall too far away from the tree. You see? And as a matter of fact, in case y'all didn't know, but the girl who saw Satan said Polite ran away with the first time, his first stepdaughter, who's now a grown woman, her mother is one of Dr. York's daughters. Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. One of the original three of Polite's wives. One of them is York's daughter. It's one of his daughters. It's one of his daughters. Mind you, he said York is his spiritual father. And he ends up with one of his daughters. And then he's alleged to run off with one of York's granddaughters and had a relationship with her. Years later, you have young Pharaoh come into the same conscious community with the Nuwapian doctrine. But he's calling out Brother Polite. Pay attention to this shit. Because, see, this is exactly why we have to come at these dudes. Because their teachings are still around. They're still around. They're still destroying black men. They're still destroying black men. Still, the Nuwapian doctrine is still destroying black men to this day. So why not speak on Dr. York? Why not speak on Polite? Dr. York is his father. Why not speak on young Pharaoh when he comes from the Nuwapian background? Why not speak on Bambaataa when York is his father? Yes, Bambaataa, his spiritual father is Malachi York. What has Bam been accused of? What is Polite being accused of? It seems like all these men have problems with women. But I thought the black woman was God. But all these men seem to have a problem with women and children. These men I just named, they have problems with women and children. Why? Because that's who York had a problem with. York couldn't keep his hands off of women and children. York could not keep his hands off of women and children. See, y'all have to follow the logic. See, oh, you got to follow the money. No, follow the logic, Negro. Follow the logic. That's what you do. You follow and watch behaviors. That's what you do. See, that's how I make the connection between all of this shit. And this is why it's important to speak on it. It's important we speak on this. especially if you come from a certain religious background and you come from a certain area. I'm from New York City, where Malachi Z. York reigned, where the Nuwapians reigned. Later on, he went into Islam. He was in the 5% nation. He was a Muslim. Malachi Z. York. He was every goddamn thing. This is why his presence and the behaviors is still around to this day. It's still here. But we're not supposed to speak on this. Why? Says who? Says who? A Yorkite? Of course, a Yorkite is going to tell you not to speak on it. Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course. Just like Brother Polite don't want you to speak on nothing. Just like young Pharaoh don't want you to speak on nothing. They don't want you to talk about this shit. You know why? You know why? Because at the end of the day, they want as many victims as they can get. Because what? Hurt people, remember? Remember? So we should know exactly why they do what they do. We should know. But see, I wanted to give y'all some groundwork. I wanted to lay the groundwork down for y'all when it comes to Pharaoh, who young Pharaoh is. Because see, a lot of y'all don't even know who young Pharaoh is. Y'all heard of young Pharaoh when he started his own channel. Y'all don't know Pharaoh from 2008, 2010, when him and Polite was going at it. See, that's why they kicked him out the conscious community. They kicked him out the HOK. They kicked him and SETI out. They kicked him and SETI out. Why? Because they weren't getting along with Satan and Polite. And what happened? What happened after that? They thought that SETI and Pharaoh was going to be dead in the water. Didn't happen that way. It didn't happen that way. These dudes blew up and became YouTube famous. Became YouTube famous. Started getting them big YouTube checks. Big YouTuber. And that shit went to Pharaoh's head. Just like it went to SETI's. And we all found out in the conscious community that SETI was doing coke. Known fact. And I'm getting ready to show y'all exactly what's going on with Pharaoh. I'm going to show y'all exactly what's going on with Pharaoh right now and the things that he's going through. And you're going to hear it for yourself. You're going to hear it for yourself. He on his Orlando Brown shit. And we all know that Orlando Brown was on drugs. If y'all didn't know, Orlando Brown was on crystal meth. So let's listen to the ATEN Nation. His name is ATEN. You see how the Nuwapian shit take you all the way to Nutland? He's ATEN now. He's not young Pharaoh. He's ATEN. The ATEN Nation. Listen to this wacko. He's losing his mind because he's lost himself. So I'm going to share this video. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure y'all like and share the stream, man. Like and share the stream. Like and share the stream, visionary. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. I see y'all out there. Let me put up my fair use banner. Fair use YouTube. This is for educational purposes only. Fair use, fair use. Fair usage, YouTube. Now let's get to it.
I know who all the rats is. And I know who all the pedophiles is. No games. No games. How serious am I? How serious am I? How serious am I? You call the niggas out. I'm calling out the big homie. Saint Soprano. G-Shine. Nigga, you brought home a rat. You buried the paperwork. You did that.
Now, as y'all can see, just look at his demeanor. Pay attention to his body language. Pay attention to how he started. Look at his face. This dude really thinks he's an actual Pharaoh. He believes that he's ATEN in his mind. Where does he get this from, family? Where does he get this from? Thinking he's a Pharaoh. Look at him, y'all. Pay attention. Because it's about to get real.
You lied to my face. You lied to my face. But you let me leave the gang when I was 16. Let me go. But I got one question. Did you make me a plate behind my back? Do not lie. I want to know.
Now, here's my question. My question is, Pharaoh, ain't you like 30? 30 something now? Why is he talking about some shit that supposedly happened when he was 16? It's because he's losing it. He's losing it. That's why. He's losing it, y'all. He's losing it.
If you didn't make me a plate, you good. But if you made me a plate, you a plate. Listen to me. When I was 16 years old, the police beat the shit out of me. Beat the fuck out of me. Took my shirt off, drove me to the airport. The bitch held me down when I got in there. Plate! Held me down when I got in there. Plate. Kill them motherfuckers. Gang. Done. Plate! Plate! Soprano, you a plate. Yes, you do. You a plate. You a plate. I asked you yes or fucking no. I asked you yes or fucking no. I remember that nigga was a nigga in Wyoming. It was a nigga in Wyoming. From New York. From New York. Nigga kept being behind me, kept coming around me, kept coming near me. A nigga from New York City. But he couldn't cut me. He couldn't cut me. He couldn't get near me. Did you send him? You did. I believe you did. You a plate. Bill Gates, plate. Hillary Clinton, plate. Obama, plate. Deep, all the motherfuckers, plates. Every last one of you lying ass, you lying ass motherfuckers. C District, Fillmore and motherfucking Ferry, plate. Penny Wolfgang, Judge Bowler, plate. Michael Pachuska, plate. Frank Sedita, plate. Brandon Walker, Officer Brandon Walker, maybe a plate. Queen O. Hamilton, admit that you lied on that fucking police report, or else y'all both plates. Now, Famous Dex, bring me him now. Now, I want to know if he good now. Now, right now, right now, right now, right now. I want Famous Dex to call my motherfucking phone right now.
Whoa. So y'all listen. Y'all hear this? Y'all hear it. This dude is suffering from extreme mental health. This dude got mental health issues. He has to be on drugs. This dude is bugging. This just the first video, y'all. This just the first video. But this is what happens when you play with the devil. This is what happens when you follow a lost value system. This is what happens. This is what happens to you, brother. This is what's going to happen to you. When you think that not standing on truth is going to do something for your life. If not having principles is going to do something for your life, you're going to end up like him. You're going to end up like Pharaoh. Running around here thinking he a real Pharaoh. Something's wrong with this dude. I'm going to keep playing it so y'all can hear it. Because a lot of y'all think DS1 be exaggerating. That's what y'all be thinking. I'm gonna let it play for y'all. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man, and share this show.
And tell me he good. And whoever, if he say he not good, play. C.O. Redsky, Charlie unit when I was a kid. You used to be doing us dirty, bullying us and shit, writing us tickets and shit for having oranges in our room. Plate. You a plate. Miss Fintac, okay? And Sarah Cole, Erie County Correctional Facility, Walden, pink handcuffs. I remember you, motherfucker. I remember y'all bitches. And I remember Miss Fintac asked me, why you don't ever get in trouble? I want to know, bitch. Why you ask me that question? Why you ask me that question? If I want to know before I make you a Miss Cole plates. I want to know before I make y'all some plates. Listen here. Woo! Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the motherfucking gun. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. Listen here. Who the fuck was that police that came to my house today? Who sent him? Because I wasn't even home. I was at the fucking bank. I was at the fucking bank. Who sent him? I want to know. When I was 4 years old, I think this is why I don't, you feel me? Why I've had such an issue with women all my life. I was sexually abused when I was 4 years old by another kid, by some kids.
He just told y'all the source or some of the source of his problem. You see why he going crazy too? The man just said it. See, we keep playing with this hill before we build stuff. We keep playing. We keep thinking that black men don't have to heal from shit. See, young Pharaoh thought he never had to get over what he said just happened to him. He said he got molested by a group of kids, not one, a group. He said he got molested when he was 4 by a group of kids. Then you wonder why some of these black men, it's hard for them to be fathers to children. See, I'm going to talk about the shit all y'all scared to talk about. See, it's time to knock those rusty ass locks off the goddamn closet. It shouldn't take this man having a mental breakdown for him to have to tell everybody what's been wrong with him from day one. At 4. Y'all think it's a game. Do y'all know that Orlando Brown was molested when he was a little boy also? And he was molested by men. But we still want to play games. When we got black men out here losing their goddamn mind. We got black men out here losing their mind. We got black men out here losing their homes. We got black men out here losing their jobs. We got black men out here losing their children. What are we going to do about this, brothers? Who going to see us through this shit? If it's not us, who going to do it? Huh? Who gonna be the real nigga and do that? Everybody want to be real nigga. I'm a real nigga. I'm a real nigga. Why? Because your Jordans ain't fake? Huh? But who gonna sit down and talk to that grown man about him being molested at 4? Who gonna do that? Who gonna do that? Answer that. Who gonna do that though? Who gonna do that though? Who gonna be real enough to do that? Where the real ones at that wanna do that? That's gonna sit down with the gangsters and talk to them like humans. Who gonna do that? Who gonna sit down with the kingpins and talk to them like regular people? Who gonna do that? Who gonna do that? You ain't gotta be a gangster to do that. Who gonna do that? Huh? You Negroes love the mafia so much, y'all don't even pay attention to the shit that they do. Tony Soprano had a therapist, nigga. Tony Soprano had a therapist. Do you got one, big stepper? Big gangster? Do you got one? Huh? Where the therapist for the black gangsters? Where's the therapist for the black gangsters? Oh, they don't need none. They don't need none. They don't need none. But you niggas salute the mafia. But you won't go to therapy like Tony. You won't go to therapy like Tony. But you look up to the mafia. You won't go to therapy. You just want to do all the criminal shit. But you don't want to make it home so you could cook breakfast for your son in the morning before he go to school, like Nicky Santoro in Casino. But you love the killing, right, black man? What about the healing part? What about the shit that they were doing that were of value, like keeping a family together? What about that? Showing up to their sons' basketball and baseball games. Who gonna do that gangster shit? Who gonna do that? For us, for our sons. Huh? You wanna do some gangster shit, black man? Be a help or a mentor to the most gangster nigga on your block, to his son. Do that. Convince that little boy, because his father got 50 years, that his father love him. Do that. You see? Because Orlando Brown didn't have that when he was young. Orlando Brown had to go through hell and almost die. And God saved him. God saved him. Through what? Through what? He put it on the heart of a black man to help another black man. This is why Orlando Brown is still alive today. But a lot of us just sit back and watch just wait for each other to fall. That's why I said this is not a roast stream for young Pharaoh. This dude is losing it. I'm talking about for real, to the point where in a minute, he's not going to have a grasp on anything. Because he just told you where his problem with women come from. He just told you. He just said it.
Jamaica, Michelle, they had a badass brother named Andre. Now they not in no, I don't want no smoke with them. We all was kids. We all was kids. Jamaica, Michelle, Andre, etc. Hey, y'all tell Seti that's my brother, man. Tell him I just had to wake up the soldiers. I know he took me down off his shit. I know he stopped fucking with me. Because he probably think I'm not. I went out here and started, no. Tell him I had to wake up the soldiers. White man been holding me down behind the scenes. Listen, y'all. Listen, y'all. This white man been holding me down. I'm not gonna lie. White man been holding me down behind the scenes. Ace bitch ass left me. My bodyguard left me last night. I wasn't on no drugs, nothing. I got witnesses at my house. Human trafficking is real. And that shit freaked me out. But I wasn't on no fucking drugs. I wasn't on nothing. I got witnesses.
He wasn't on drugs. He wasn't on drugs. Wasn't that what Orlando Brown was saying? I'm not on drugs. I don't do drugs. I just smoke weed. He wasn't on drugs. He wasn't on drugs. So that means he's already been accused of doing drugs. He's already been accused of doing drugs. Why? Because of his current mental state. Look at how he's acting. Do y'all think he's on drugs? Bro, he admitted he was on shrooms hours prior to that video. I'm not surprised. I'm not, on some real shit. I'm not even saying that the man don't do drugs. I honestly think he do. This is why he's losing his mind. See, I know he used drugs because he's acting out like Orlando Brown. And Orlando Brown came out and admitted that all the shit you saw him doing, he was high. He said, I was high on crystal meth and cocaine. Orlando Brown. He'll tell you. He was smoking, he was addicted to crystal meth. Shit almost killed him. But this is what happens when you play with these devils. When you play with this conscious community. When you start dealing with things and saying certain affirmations and dealing with shit you don't know anything about. Dealing with people you don't know nothing about. You see? Pharaoh is losing his mind because he's losing control. You see? Fame, notoriety, this rented validation is destroying us, black men. It's fucking destroying us. I just have to come out and say it. It's destroying us. And when I say fame, I mean fame on any level. You could be famous on your goddamn block, and somebody will want to kill you. You could be famous on YouTube, and somebody want to flag you. Somebody want to dox you. This is why we shouldn't seek fame, brothers. It's not for us, man. It's not for the spiritually rooted men. The righteous, spiritually rooted men do not seek fame and notoriety. Because we understand what those entities who run that realm does. And what their minions are set out to do. You see? This is why the first value in the 10 life value system is spiritual. Because this is where we are attacked first, black man. You see? And just what Pharaoh just said, we already know that he was spiritually broken at 4 years old. He was spiritually broken at 4. So giving fame to a young Pharaoh would only cause him to self-destruct. This is why they give fame to us, brothers. This is why. This is why they'll go to goddamn O Block and give a Negro $1 million. Because they only know there's only 2 ways. You either gonna die like King Von, or you gonna sell out like Lil Durk. That's it. That's it. And the people who are dealing with battling between going and staying are the ones you see going crazy. They're the ones you see going crazy. They're the ones that you see in the media that's being persecuted. That's how they did DMX. That's how they did X. Because he's not willing. He wasn't willing to do that, man. And see, Pharaoh is a victim of what a lot of black men think they can handle. A lot of black men, we think we can handle fame. We think we can handle the spotlight. We think we can. Until they show you. Till they show you. And you start crumbling right in front of the people. You start mentally breaking down right in front of the people. Why? Why are you mentally breaking down? Because you are following a lost value system. This value system is built to deplete you. This is the value system of the so-called powers that be. You see? I told y'all a long time ago that Satan was the gatekeeper of consciousness. He was the gatekeeper to this shit. He's the gatekeeper. Told y'all. Long time ago. Look at what this shit is doing to black men. Look at it. Look at what the conscious community has done to black men today. Just look. Just look.
I got witnesses. My bodyguard left me. Listen, I thought the police was coming to my house to kill me last night. I'm being totally honest with y'all. I thought the police was coming to my house to kill me. I told my bodyguard, don't leave me. Bro, hold me down. That nigga left. Talk about some bitches in Miami and he got an image to uphold. I swear to God on my life. If you got the footage of him walking out my garage, y'all DM it to me. Now this bitch Golden, she believing him over me, taking his side, talking about people told her I've been doing drugs. This bitch listen to everybody but me. I don't do drugs. Nobody's never seen me do drugs. Listen here. Listen here. Suck my dick. Don't nobody tell me what to say. My issue is human trafficking. I don't got no other issue than human trafficking. I'm not crazy, bitch. I'm not high. I'm not none of that. These motherfuckers is kidnapping kids. I don't give a fuck what race the kid is. Human trafficking is my beef. That's my problem. That's my problem. Ain't nobody over here no yes mans or not. Do I tell you what? Is you a yes man? Are you a yes woman? Are you a yes woman? You're pussy. You pussy. And y'all not willing to get out here and fight with these kids. Bitch, I'm fighting on behalf of this kid. Exactly. You pussy. White people, y'all are not pussy. Y'all are hard. Gang, listen, we helping. We helping. Fuck that. Foster. White man named Foster. Erie County, motherfucking, county, whatever, on Warden. Police put me in a room. They put me in a room. They was about to violate me in the cell. I was by myself. White man, military. Saved me. Stopped me from holding it. He held me down. I ain't have nobody but myself. They took me in a room, put them black gloves on, they was about to violate me in the cell. And a white man held me down. A white man, military. Huh? When my own people can't even hold me down. And my bodyguard just left me last night like a bitch. Like a bitch. And if you tell me I'm lying, I'm gonna rock his ass on his camera. You left me, nigga. You left me. Now y'all trying to say I'm on get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Hey yo, we about to help the police. I don't give a fuck what you talk about. I don't give a fuck what you talk about. I'll blow your motherfucking head off. Gang. We helping the police. We helping them. Not the bad one.
Whoa. Y'all see. Why all of these House of Conscious dudes are police? This nigga just said, we are helping the police. And then this what shows that the man is losing his mind. He said, we're helping the police. I'll blow your head off. What? What? This dude is losing his mind. See, that's what I'm here to point out. I'm here to point that out. Shout out to Joel Benjamin 528, man. He said, real men do real things. Keep going. Salute, my brother. Shout out to Joel, man. Y'all make sure y'all go over there and subscribe to Joel Benjamin, man. Salute, brother. Appreciate the support. As always. You see? That's what I'm here to point out. I'm here to point out that this dude is psychotic. And how many black men done went crazy playing with the conscious community. That's what I'm here to point out. You see? That's what I'm here to point out. That's what's important. You see? We all know Pharaoh's a goddamn YouTuber. You see? So we're not going to get caught up into exactly what was this or exactly what was that, because that's not serving no purpose for today's show. Today's show is to let brothers know playing with the conscious community will fuck your life up. It will destroy you from the inside out. And anybody who has ever played with the conscious community knows. They know. They know. This is what the conscious community does to black men. Why do you think Natural Tahuti is sitting in prison right now? And who knows if he ever comes home? It's because of the conscious community. Because the conscious community has always had snitches. Who you think snitched on Natural Tahuti? Brother Polite. Saw Satan. But now, fast forward years later, we have another conscious community guy saying how he rocks with the police. But when we said Saw Satan was an agent 10 years ago, we were clout chasing. We were clout chasing. When I named the HOK, the Adjustment Bureau, right? If you never saw the Adjustment Bureau, the movie, go and check it out. You'll understand why I call him them, the Adjustment Bureau. And at one point, Saw Satan and Brother No Light called themselves the Adjustment Bureau. Why? Because they what? They teach men how to adjust. Adjust to what? What do they teach black men to adjust to? They teach black men to adjust to wickedness. That's what they teach black men to adjust to. Wickedness. How wicked can you be? How much of a charlatan are you? Huh? How much you want to hurt and harm black people? Huh? That's when we rock with you. That's why they didn't rock with Pharaoh. That's why they didn't rock with Seti. That's why. That's why they didn't rock with Zion Lex. That's why they didn't rock with Joel Benjamin. That's why they didn't rock with me. And a few others. I won't say the young lady's name. Because I know you Negroes be listening and y'all like to attack women. So I'm not even going to say her name, but y'all like to attack females. So I'm not even going to put her out there. But that's why they didn't like her and she was attacked. You see? And this is why I'm glad I stuck to my spirituality, man. I stuck to my principles and my morals and said, fuck that money. See, because I could have made a whole bunch of money attacking the HOK too. There's plenty of platforms that wanted me to come up there and go in on them dudes. For what? I don't want to make money hurting black men, or even I don't even want to make no money at the behest of what they doing. I don't want to be down with that shit. And I don't want to be known for always just going at them either. That's not who I am. But the conscious community has poisoned us, brothers. Look at what it's done to young Pharaoh. Look at what it has done to this boy. Well, this man, excuse me. Look at what it's done to this man. Turned him inside out. Let's play the rest of the video. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Make sure y'all like and share this show. Make sure y'all like and share this show, man.
Good ones. The good ones. Like my PO, who I couldn't give 10,000 to when she held me down because she seen I was a good man. CO Foster, huh? Or every sergeant that seen a police do me dirt. Pussy ass CO Rutsky, writing niggas up for oranges and having oranges and juices in their room, and the sergeants let me out the box early. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. There was a lot of white people that held me down. Meanwhile, my own community never did shit for me. We helping the police against human trafficking. Now, I'm gonna document everything I do, so it's on file, so it's on paperwork. We ain't gotta sneak and do shit. Now, I wasn't on drugs last night. Bitch, I'm about to go get lit tonight in my house. Stripper pole and all that. That's the truth. Listen, y'all, we doing this shit right.
So he just admitted that he's on drugs. He just admitted that he's on drugs. So now we understand the source of his mental issues. He's on drugs. And let's go ahead and clear something up too. I'm gonna stop sharing the screen now, because I'm about done. Now let's get back into it. Let's get back into it now. Shout out to everybody in the chat too. Shout out to y'all. Much love. Salute. Salute to all of the visionaries out there. Salute to y'all. Shout out to my brother Tone Malone, man. I appreciate the super chat, my brother. Much love. But now let's get back to it. Now, if y'all paying attention, he keeps saying, right, he's against human trafficking. He's against human trafficking. He's fighting against human trafficking. What is human trafficking called now, y'all? I'm gonna give y'all about 2 minutes to put it in the chat room while I sip some water. Y'all let me know what is considered human trafficking now. Because see, these dudes can't talk over DS1 head. They can't talk over my head. Niggas ain't that conscious. Thank you. Thank you, Suavemente. Thank you, Lack of Black. He's talking about pimping. He's talking about pimping women. He's against pimping. He's helping the police against pimping. So he's helping the police catch pimps. Why are you doing that, young Pharaoh? Why are you helping the police catch pimps, Pharaoh? Now, mind you, if y'all was paying attention, he said that he's helping the police against human trafficking, pimping, with two little ass girls in the back seat. Did y'all peep that? Did y'all peep that? Did y'all see them two little girls in the back with all that makeup on, trying to look grown? Huh? Did y'all see that shit? Did y'all see that? I know I did. I know I saw them two little girls sitting in the back seat. One had a hoodie on, trying to hide her young ass face. And the other one, who hot in the ass, she's got her face all out in the camera, talking shit and everything. Little ass girls. Little ass girls. So this nigga, right? Let's get into it. This nigga said he's against human trafficking while trafficking. He's against pimping. Then why you got them young girls behind you, Pharaoh? Why do you have them young girls around you? You supposed to be a Pharaoh. Are you against human trafficking? Are you against human trafficking? Or is that what you doing, nigga? Are you baby polite, nigga? Were you baby polite? And now that polite ass is on the radar, you scared and you start taking them drugs? Huh? What you running from? What you running from, Papa? What you running from? What you running from? Are you? Oh, so that's why you're on drugs. You're on drugs because you're hiding something, huh? Just like Filthy Frankie. You're running like Filthy Frank. You Nuwapian loving niggas are on the run. Y'all are on the run. What are y'all on the run from? You just told us, Pharaoh. You just told us. You just told us. See what Pharaoh is doing? Pharaoh is doing exactly what Orlando Brown was doing. This is why I say he's the Orlando Brown of consciousness. He's telling on them niggas. He's telling. Who does he get the Nino Brown effect from? Who you get that from? If I go down, we all going down. Who you get that from? Brother Polite. He is the Orlando Brown of consciousness. When Orlando Brown used to get high off them drugs and he get in front of that camera, what he start doing? Name dropping. Earlier, what was Pharaoh doing in the video? Name dropping. This person is a plate. That person is a plate. See, because he really want to be a snitch. He really want to tell. This is why when he high on them drugs, he start telling. He start implicating people. Because he really want to go and sit in the federal building and snitch on the whole conscious community for pimping little girls, for trafficking little girls. Right, Pharaoh? You against trafficking. No, nigga, you against pimping. Ain't nobody stupid. You against conscious community pimps. Aren't you? Oh, then what was golden? What was all of those women that you were calling your wives, nigga? Trying to recreate Brother Polite's life, nigga. Now you're scared. Now you're helping the police. Now you want to help the police. You want to help the police catch niggas like you so they don't catch you. Orlando Brown of consciousness. God damn. Not Nino Brown, Orlando Brown. Not Nino, but Orlando. Ain't that some shit? Oh, but we don't need to speak out about this stuff. But Pharaoh, young Pharaoh, right, who also supported Sinfu the pedophile, he did, is all of a sudden against pimping and human trafficking. Now you helping the good cops. The cops who are against human trafficking. The shit that you want a radar for, huh, nigga? See, because all you conscious community niggas think y'all pimps. And this how y'all operate. See, because if y'all was ever against any of that shit, y'all wouldn't have never upheld Tariq Nasheed. And I ain't got nothing against Tariq. I'm speaking what y'all say y'all against. The conscious community. You niggas accepted all the pimps. You accepted all of that shit. Because you know what comes with that is what? Money. And now that the money is drying up, right, Saw Satan? And the feds is coming in, you niggas are running and snitching. You're running and snitching. Right, Orlando? The Orlando Brown of consciousness, young Pharaoh. He helping the cops get rid of the human traffickers in the conscious community. So he's going to help the police catch Polite. Oh, man. Oh, man. See this shit? But all these years, guys like Israel Doctrine was trying to tell y'all. Just trying to tell y'all, man, for years about these people and who these people represent. Y'all ain't listen. And in 2021, as I said in the beginning of this year, this is the year of exposure. Anybody who's faking the jack, who's fronting, you will expose yourself. 2 + 1 is 3. The number 3 is for understanding. In this year, we are going to understand just who people are, man. And it's either you take it or leave it, brothers. You either take it or leave it, man. You either take it or leave it. So I'm going to definitely keep y'all a little updated on what's going on with young Pharaoh and things of that nature going on with him. I appreciate y'all for tuning into today's show. Shout out to all of the visionaries out there, man. Salute to all of the visionaries. If you enjoyed today's show, don't hesitate to today's show. Cash App $SheepStaySleepTV. It's Cash App $SheepStaySleepTV is where you can go to support today's show if you enjoyed today's show. If you enjoyed today's show, man, I appreciate all the support, all of the super chats. If you hit the Cash App, I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Shout out to the Life with Amanda Gathers. Appreciate you, love. Thanks for tuning in. Shout out to Lack of Black. Appreciate you, love. Thanks for tuning in as always. Barshawn Zimmerman. Salute. Shout out to the whole A-Game family, the whole A-Game nation out there. Salute to y'all. We here. Shout out to my brother Mike for coming through. Colin. Chase. Young Jay. Tone Malone. Third Ward. Bronze Dip. Shout out to everybody, man. I appreciate everybody for coming through to today's show. Much love. Like I said, make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all share the show. And I will be back tomorrow with another one right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I'm your host, DS1 Ross. Just tuned in to another show. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all get down in the comment section and let me know what y'all think of today's topic, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. DS1 Ross, Sheep Stay Sleep TV. And remember, brothers, we got to heal before we build. We got to heal before we build. Spiritual value is the first value. Don't forget that, brothers. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace. This show is sponsored, and this channel is sponsored by A-Game, a male herbal solution. A male herbal solution. Fellas, get down in the description box and join this A-Game lifestyle. This is a lifestyle promoting optimal health for us men. It's a lifestyle that promotes optimal health for us men. It is for our energy. It is for our vitality. It is for our strength, and it is for our libido. Fellas, join this A-Game lifestyle simply by clicking the link in the description box, and at your checkout, type in the promo code SHEEP and the number 10. That's SHEEP and the number 10. Get a discount off on your purchase.